The latest, Lonnie, it's here.
It is here, and it's done for some folks out there, and not for others. Further east you go, it's still in the heart of the storm for you in Suffolk County. But look at this. This line right here, Western Jersey, you're finished. Now, if you can zoom in tight there, there's a bit of a development here. Let me get onto a different source. There you go. All right. Look at this line, okay? Where the snow is, where the snow isn't. Now, I've been saying all along, if you've been with me early this morning, this is not going to be a snowstorm that's going to taper off. You're not going to go from a strong snowfall to a medium or moderate snowfall to a light snowfall to some flurries. It's going to instead go heavy snowfall, boom, nothing. You're finished. And what we're waiting for is this line to push a little further east, but over the last 45 minutes, it has stalled. It has remained exactly where it is. So about an hour ago, I told you, hey, in Bergen County, you got about another hour to go. Well, you know what? You got another hour on top of that because this is no longer moving. It's just sort of standing still. It is going to get on its horse. It will move again, but as of right now, you're still catching pretty heavy snow right on top of New York City. That's it, Giorgio. He's zooming in for me right now. The Bronx, you're getting clobbered. Out to Queens and Brooklyn, very heavy snow. That dark blue shows you the snow that's coming down at an inch an hour. Now, get this. Do you remember yesterday when I was telling you, hey, there are some reports of this possibly coming down at 3 inches an hour? There was a band that came through that put down snow at 4 inches an hour. Now, it was primarily north of our area. I have never in my life recorded snow at 4 inches an hour. That's the type of snowstorm you get when those temperatures drop so dramatically. 60 degrees yesterday, in the 20s today, and now we watch the back edge of this storm. What Giorgio's doing here on his own, he's mapping this out for me so that I can tell you, hey, when is it all over for you? So for a place like Newark, it's done at 154 or so. For New York City, this back edge should be to you like around 207. Greenberg, about 215. Just gives you an idea. Again, if it continues to remain, stationary where it is, obviously I'm going to adjust those times, but it's looking like it's going to get moving. Now, Christine was saying we still have, warnings out there. Winter storm warnings, okay, go from Ocean County, Monmouth County due north, okay, all the way up to Ulster County, and then you get out to Nassau and Suffolk County and portions of the Connecticut shoreline where we have a blizzard warning. Blizzard warnings are all about the winds that are going to be blowing as well, and we think the winds will be a big, big factor. Now, snow totals. We update these, and we will continue to update them because you're not done in Fairfield County. Brookfield, though, 10.5 inches on the ground. I'm estimating right now you got at least 2 more hours of the accumulating snowfall. Let me get you to another spot out there in Suffolk County. Stony Brook with 9.5 inches on the ground. You got a good 4 more hours to go, maybe if more than that. Then we'll take you to Bergen County. Westwood, New Jersey has 8 inches on the ground. And this is the example I gave you. I said an hour ago, well, about 1 more hour. You've got at least another hour because, again, the back edge has kind of stalled. Then we get to Westchester County, Jefferson Valley. You have 8 inches on the ground. You've got 2 more hours to go. And then off we go to what's up next for us. All right. This is an interesting board I put together, and I got to make some sense about it. I'm writing extra slippery snow. And what in the world does that mean? This is what it's all about. It's a very unique snow profile. And then a unique snow profile because the temperatures drop so drastically, so quickly. You started off with a layer of sleet. For some of you, it was rain in Ocean County, but a layer of sleet is on the very bottom, which is, of course, right on the roadways. On top of that, you put a heavy wet snow, and then on top of that, you put this more powdery consistency that's out there. So the whole thing is just extra slippery. I gave the example of that board game. We used to slide the puck across, and you put some, like, sawdust on it to make it slide quicker. It's exactly what that layer of ice is doing at the bottom, and then that powdery snow on top. So tough go out there, and things are going to drastically get colder. Wind gusts right now, around 32 in New York City, 37 for the Hamptons, 46 in Babylon. You want to get a blizzard? You need 3 hours, 3 consecutive hours with frequent wind gusts of 35 miles per hour or more and visibility down to less than a quarter of a mile. Thus far, we've had one, but not the other. And again, you need 3 hours consecutively where you find those conditions. So we'll continue to monitor that. Look, whether or not it gets classified or a blizzard or whether it doesn't, it's been our biggest snowstorm of the year so far. And what we've got for you is a situation where the storm is going to get colder. The air is actually dropping. So tomorrow morning, you're waking up, and it will feel like you're in either the single digits or the negative digits. Sure enough, you see that? It will feel like 1 below in Goshen. That's tonight at 9 p.m. Even colder still as you get into your early morning hours. And here you are, 6:30. It feels like 9 in New York City, 9 Paramus. And then you get into the afternoon hours. It feels like 20 from New York City to Paramus. It feels like 18 Ossining over to Seacliff. 17 from Westport over to Coram. look, your temperatures are going to be, maybe above the freezing mark, but the wind chill is going to make it feel, so much colder out there. That's your warmest time of the day, by the way. It'll feel maybe 19 or 20 degrees in New York City. And I'm fearful here with the type of condition we have on the roadways right now. And they're doing a great job, okay? Hats off to all the folks out there who are in charge of taking care of our roads. Problem is, it's that slushy mess out there. And I asked KJ as you were coming to work, what your drive was like. You must have encountered slushy roads.
A lot of slush, particularly on the on and off ramps. But Lonnie, let me tell you this, on the West Side Highway, a lot of ponding. Some areas very significant. And now you're talking about those dropping temperatures. That's what concerns me.
Yeah, it's going to be bad, KJ. It really is, because you get that big drop in temperatures, and it's dropping so quickly, it's going to continue to drop just as quickly as it has all day. Think about it. Yesterday at lunchtime, you had temperatures in the 60s. Today at lunchtime, you have temperatures in the 20s. And it gets colder going into the overnight hours. Tomorrow morning's commute, if those roads are not treated properly, which I got to think that hopefully they are, that slush freezes, and it just becomes a tough situation once again. So I think there are still some hazards out there. Even though the storm, it's done for some of the areas in western Jersey, I still think there's some hazards that exist for tomorrow morning with the cold air and the slushy conditions that we have right now. All right, guys, I'll continue to monitor everything. I'll build some more maps for you. I'll be back here with some new snow totals, because they're all kind of falling in line with what we thought. It's a big player, and it's been a mess out there, but it's February, guys, in the Northeast. We get snowstorms.
Yes, we do. And you know what? There are some kids out there having a good time today.
And me, I'm one of them. I've been in this building, but I like a good snowstorm.
You're like
I really
a kid
do.
in the candy store right now.
I really am. I like this kind of stuff. I feel bad for everyone that gets inconvenienced, and it is tough to get around, but I'd prefer for you not to get around. Stay where you are. Look out the window if you don't like to go out and play in it, but it's a good New York City snowstorm.
It is, and it's a lot easier if you take the train. Let me just point that out.
Yeah, you betcha.
Absolutely.
That certainly worked for me today. Thank you, Lonnie.
Yeah.